Assalamu alaikum my dear students, welcome in Asadullah Khan English High School and Junior College. This is our online class and now today we are going to start with our new chapter. Already 2 chapters we have completed with a reduced syllabus. So this is our 3rd chapter. So today we are going to start with the 3rd chapter of your textbook, that is Kingdom Plantae. Now this chapter is not new for you people. Already you have learned about this chapter in your lower classes and to some extent in your last chapter too. So now I have a look on the reduced part of this chapter. So in this chapter everything is included in your syllabus except one, that is 3.3 ka B part, that is angiospermy. This is not included in your part. It means it's a reduced syllabus, and moreover in this there are 2 classes, that is dicotyledony and monocotyledony. So this 2 classes of angiosperm is also not included in your syllabus, so it's your reduced part from this chapter. So let's get started with this chapter, Kingdom Plantae. So in earlier chapter we have studied different aspects of classification. We have seen the different types or the basis on what the plant Kingdom Plantae is classified, that is the vascular plants and non-vascular plants. We have seen many examples also. So basically if we will talk about the classification, so plants are having 2 types. It means that when it is having the vascular tissues, that is xylem and phloem present in it, then it is called as vascular plant, and if it is absent then it is called as non-vascular plants. So in general if we will talk about the classification of Kingdom Plantae, so it is classified on the basis of characteristics like absence or presence of seeds, vascular tissues, differentiation of plant body, etc. If the seeds are present then it is called as gymnosperm. If seeds are absent then it is called as angiosperm. If flowers are present then it is called as phanerogames. If flowers are absent then it is called as cryptogames. So like that there are further classification of the plant based on the presence or absence of certain characteristics like the presence or absence of seeds, vascular tissues, then the plant body or the structure. So this way we have to see the entire chapter in a very detailed way. Though you were having some background of 9th standard too, but here we are going to discuss in detail about the Kingdom Plantae. Major classification of Kingdom Plantae is based on the presence or absence of flowers. So as I said, if flowers are present it's called phanerogame, and if flowers are absent it's called cryptogame. So in cryptogame we are having the 3 divisions like Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta, and in cryptogames we are having further the bifurcations, that is the gymnosperm and angiosperm. So first we will focus today on the cryptogames, that is the first division of cryptogames, that is Thallophyta. Today we are going to see. So basically the thallophytes or the members belong to Thallophyta are mostly green in color. If we will talk about the characteristics, so members are mostly aquatic. It means they are mainly living in underwater. Few grow on other parts as the epiphytes. You might have heard about epiphytes of mango. So like that they are growing on others branches as epiphyte. Some grow symbiotically and epizoic, that is growing or living non-parasitically on the exterior of living organism. Aquatic algae grow in marine or fresh water. So most of them are free living while some are symbiotic only. So about symbiotic association I have already discussed with you people. I gave many examples to you people about other different kind of symbiotic association. Then lichens का भी example हम लोग जो है वो देख चुके हैं in our live classes. Now if we will talk about the plant body, so plant body is thalloid, that is undifferentiated into root, stem and leaves. They may be small, unicellular, microscopic like chlorella, non-motile means unable to move, chlamydomonas it's motile, it's the exceptional case. They can be multicellular, unbranched, filamentous like Spirogyra, or branched filamentous like Chara. Sargassum, a huge macroscopic seaweed which measures more than 60 meters in length, is also an algae. Okay, so these all are the different examples of the thallophytes. In that some are motile or some are non-motile, some are filamentous or some are branched. Then I have discussed with you people about the sargassum also, that is macroscopic. So here the cell wall contains either polysaccharide like cellulose or glucose, or a variety of proteins, or both the things are present. Now we will talk about the reserve food material. So the reserve food material is present in the form of starch and its other forms. So basic content, it is green in color. So they are having the chlorophyll pigment in it. So because of the presence of chlorophyll, they are able to produce its own food, or they are able to perform the process of photosynthesis. That is the reason they are preparing their own food, and after preparation of food they are storing it also. So here basically the algae are having their own storage food material in the form of starch and its other form. So one by one we are going to see that different forms also. Now we will talk about the reproduction. So the reproduction is by the vegetative or the sexual or asexual way. The life cycles show the phenomena of alternation of generation. Here we are having the dominant haploid and a reduced diploid phase. It means that dominant phase is the haploid phase, single N wala, and the reduced phase is the diploid phase, it means 2N. So they are further classified, but they are having various examples like green algae, red algae and brown algae. So that variety or the different classification we are going to see one by one now. So the very first one is called as chlorophyceae, and it's another name, or it is also called as green algae. Now this chlorophyceae are mostly fresh water, or few are observed in brackish water and marine water. The plant body is unicellular, colonial or filamentous, and the cell wall contains cellulose. Chloroplasts are of various shape like discoid, plant-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, ribbon-shaped or spiral with chlorophyll A and B. Now here if we will talk about the food store, so the stored food is in the form of starch only. They may be storing the food material as a starch in the form of pyrenoids or in the form of oil droplets, and the cell wall is made up of cellulose and outer layer of pectose. Chloroplast may be discoid, plate-like, reticulate shaped, spiral or ribbon shaped in different species, as I have discussed just now. So you can see the presence of pyrenoids here. They are present on the boundaries of the thallus structure. So most of the members of chlorophyceae have one or more storage body called as pyrenoids. You can see the pyrenoids here. So they are located in the chloroplast. So in between the chloroplast region we can see the presence of pyrenoids, you can see here. So these are the different examples of the chlorophyceae. You can see Chlamydomonas, Pediastrum, Eulothrix, Cladophora, Cephaloraceus, Odogonium, Spirogyra, Codium, Cara. So in that you have to remember either 2 or 3 names. So you can remember Spirogyra, Cara, Cadium or Chlamydomonas, any of your choice. 2-3 names you have to remember for giving an examples. Based on the pigment present inside, so the further classification of algae is as a Piophyceae, that is called as a brown algae because the chlorophyll content inside is brown in color. So the Piophyceae possesses chlorophyll A, C, carotenoids and xanthophylls. They vary in color from olive green to various shades of brown depending upon the amount of the xanthophyll pigment or fucoxanthin present in them. Food is stored as complex carbohydrates which may be in the form of laminarin or mannitol. So you have to remember these names, laminarin and mannitol. The vegetative cells have a cellulosic walls usually covered on the outside by gelatinous coating of algin. So they are the mostly marine, rarely freshwater, simple branched filamentous. You can see many examples of Piophyceae like Ectocarpus. Filamentous example we can say Ectocarpus, or profusely branched we can say the example Petalonia. So here it's having plenty of examples. We can see Porifera, Laminaria, Sargassums. Some are used for the production of hydrocolloids like Ectocarpus, Fucus, etc. So you can see a variety of Piophyceae members. So you have to remember the names, that is the chlorophyll pigment A and C. Chlorophyll is present and fucoxanthin is present. Laminarin and mannitol as a starch storage organ, laminarin and mannitol is present. So these are the important points which you have to remember about the Poophyceae. Next type is Rhodophyceae, and this is it is also called as red algae because of the presence of red pigment in it. So let's have a discussion about the Rhodophyceae, or we can say a red algae. So the plant body here are found in marine as well as in fresh water, on the surface or the deep sea and brackish water. Plant body is thyloid and cell contains chlorophyll A and D and phycoerythrin. Cell wall is made up of cellulose and pectin glued with other carbohydrates, and here the stored food is in the form of Floridian starch. So you have to remember the food material stored inside is called as Floridian starch. Commercially important agar-agar, which is used as solidifying agent in tissue culture medium, is obtained from red algae. So it is very important member of the algae because the agar-agar is the best component, or we can say the basic material for tissue culture. Many marine species often used as thickeners due to their highly mucilaginous nature, like agar or carrageenans. So many examples of Rhodophyceae we can see, like Chondrus, Batrachospermum, Porphyra, Gladium, Glaceralia, Polysiphonia, etc. So many examples of Rhodophyceae we can see. So this is also called as red algae because red tide in sea, sometimes it's happened that surface of the sea it completely become red in color because of the presence of such members or the Rhodophyceae members on the surface or on the deep sea areas. So the entire water becomes red in color, so that is considered as the red tide in the ocean. So like that here we can see the marine algae. अगर हम लोग बात करेंगे, red marine algae is called as corallina, it is marine algae, and Polysiphonia is also a marine algae that is highly branched thallus and the stem is erect of a Polysiphonia we can say. So both are red in color you can say. So you can see here the red color very specifically. So that is the reason when they found on the surface region of the sea, so they will make the sea surface a red in color. So that is considered as the red tide in the sea. So in general, if we will talk about the complete algae or Thallophyta, so the pigments are with membrane bound organelles like plastids. There may be leucoplasts, it means the colorless plastids, or chromoplast, it means colored plastid, colorless and colored. Chromoplast contain chlorophyll A and B. Chromatophores contain only chlorophyll A. The types may be chlorophyll, xanthophil, carotenes and phycobilins based on the content present inside. So chlorophyll present in all. Xanthophil, that is maybe yellow or brown in color, present in Chlorophyceae and Poophyceae. B-carotene present in most of the algae. Phycobilins are the water soluble or the red phycoerythrin and blue phycoerythrin confined to Rhodophyceae. It means it is present in Rhodophyceae. Phycobilins majorly present in the phycobilins. So it is the overall characteristics or overall pigment content inside the kingdom, inside the Thallophyta we can say. So in a glance you will get all the content present inside the Thallophyta here. Lastly, we will discuss about the economic importance of algae. So at least half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on the earth is carried out by algae through photosynthesis because all are having chlorophyll pigments in it. Major component in aquatic food chain is primary products here for algae. Porphyra, laminaria and sargassum are used as food. Algine, that is brown algae, and carrageen or red algae are used as hydrocolloids, which is fibrous structure, hold water and used to transport a seedling. Agar is used as commercial products for a tissue culture technique. Then Gladium, Glularia are used to grow microbes and to make ice cream and jellies because it's very thick in nature, that's why it is used in ice cream and jelly industries. Chlorella and spirulina are rich in proteins and used as the food supplements. As in live lecture I have discussed with you people about the astronauts, what they are carrying as a food. So they are carrying the species of chlorella and spirulina along with them as the food supplement, because it is the rich source of protein, and that is the why only packets of these content is given to them, and that is enough food or ample amount of food for them. So I think this much enough for today, and whatever we have completed, just please go through the entire part, that is Thellophyta completely आप read कर लो. Then inshallah next video I am going to talk about Bryophyta. So till that just go through the completed part, take out your doubts, and then do discuss your doubts with me, and inshallah we will meet in our next video. Okay, so thank you so much students.
For further updates of Dr. Asadullah Khan English High School and Junior College, don't forget to press the bell icon.